Hi there, I'm Chef Eric Crowley, owner of the Culinary Classroom in West Los Angeles, and today I'm going to discuss knife construction with you, specifically a forged blade knife construction. Forged knives tend to be the more expensive of style of knife. They also tend to be the higher quality, the more long-lasting. They tend to have a longer life inside the kitchen. From a professional perspective, they tend to be a little bit too heavy, especially if you're going to be chopping vegetables for several hours a day. But for home, a lot of people like to utilize forged knives. Forged knives are typically identified by looking along the back of the blade. If you wind up taking a look at this flexible slicer, for example, right along the back of the blade, you're going to see this big, thick piece of metal. This is called the hilt or the bolster. And this is going to tell you that the knife is definitely forged. A lot of forged knives will also have what's called a full metal tang. That's this right along here. This extends all the way to the end of the handle. Really good quality forged knives will also have a triple riveted handle. The handle itself will be a composite, like a really good food grade plastic or wood, things like rosewood or even oak or even maple. Really important when you're working and having a forged knife that has a wood handle on it. Never get it into the dishwasher. In fact, any of your knives you shouldn't put in the dishwasher. You should wash by hand, but definitely the wood handles, the dishwasher and the detergent are just going to ruin the wood right away. And never let the wood drip dry. You always want to wipe it dry. And you could even keep it oiled. There are some food grade mineral oils out there that you can use to lightly rub on the wood to keep it a little bit more supple and a little bit softer so it doesn't tend to get a dry and split quality to it. Other types of forged knives, like this Global, for example, doesn't really have much of a hilt or a bolster, but this is definitely started from one piece. This is more of a really fine cut knife. This is something I would never use to cut a chicken up into pieces, for example. I don't want to take this fine edge and cut through a bone or cut through a hard winter squash like an acorn squash or something like that. Another style of a forged knife is this Fury knife. It's very popular. You see them on TV quite often. And you can see that it does have a hilt or a bolster that's kind of built into the handle and tapers out onto the blade. This one also has those coulins or those granton edges. This allows you to keep things that have a tendency to stick, like slicing roast beef, for example, or cutting potatoes, which are really starchy, have a tendency to stick to the side of the knife. This is going to help reduce that quite a bit. There's a personal preference between whether you want to get a knife that has these or not. And that is your basic rundown on forged knives. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you can get some additional information. If there's a recipe that you would like to see me make, feel free to send an email to requests@Mahalodotcom. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.